Hello viewers, today's video topic is the footer. How can we make changes to an existing footer? And in the second part, we'll learn how to create a custom footer if we want to. Now, as you can see, this is the footer we have. This is basically coming from Elementor. If you want to make changes to it, just hover over edit with Elementor and select edit footer with Elementor. Your existing footer will open in Elementor for editing. And honestly, there's nothing complicated about it. We've simply added headings and list items and assigned links to them. So if you want to edit anything, simply hover over it and click. Elementor will then give you options in the sidebar so you can make changes. Now you can see that our footer has loaded. Let's suppose this is the collection column we have here. We want to make changes to it. As soon as you click, all the details appear for you. You can see that shop, clothing, bottom, denim, dresses, etc. All the items listed there are now visible. If you want to change the links, you can simply come here and add them using the custom link option. If you want to add icons with these, you can simply add an icon wherever you want. You will see that the icon will become visible here. So these are all the settings you have. You have options to change the size and to adjust the spacing. Similarly, in the style section, you have settings for the text size, its shadow, different properties like how it should behave on hover, what kind of transition it should have, and border effects for icons. So all these settings are available to you in Elementor. If let's suppose you want to change the tag of the collection or just change its name, you can write anything you want here. Let's say you want to write quality, then you would type quality. Your text will be changed. So basically this is a combination of 2 or 3 things. After that, we have these icons placed here. These are just simple icons that we've added. We have an element for icons, an element for an icon list, and an element for social icons. We have multiple elements. We can use what Elementor provides by default, like Facebook. If we click on Facebook, here you can paste the URL of your Facebook page or profile so that any visitor can click on it and visit your page. So now, how was all this made? We will learn how to create it. For that, you need to go to CubeWP in the theme builder from the sidebar menu of your WordPress admin dashboard. When you go to the theme builder, you know that the theme builder helps us create custom headers, footers, archives, singles, 404 pages, pop-ups, and mega menus, etc. So we'll click on add new template and then select the template type. What will we select first? Template type. So what is our template type? Footer. Right now we want to create a footer. We want to name the footer. You can name it anything you like. Let's suppose we name it footer 2. Where do we want to display it? If you want to display it on a specific page, you can select that page. If you want the footer you are building to show on the entire site, you can set it to display on the entire site. You need to click on the save and edit option. When you click save and edit, the system will redirect you to Elementor. When you go into Elementor, you will be free to design the footer as you like. At this point, we have entered Elementor. So let's start. Let's create our footer. For that, first we will add a container. We will set the container to full width. Now, basically, our container has become full width. If you look at the default footer, we have 4 sections. 1, 2, 3, and 4. After that, there are multiple sections as well. So what do we need to do here? We need to add another container inside our main container. We'll also set that to full width. But since we need 4 containers, instead of adding them one by one, you can simply keep duplicating this here. We will duplicate it 3 times. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. We now have 4 containers. Now these are vertical. To make them horizontal, we'll set the main container to display. Horizontal or display. Flex. Now you can see that our footer has been divided into 4 sections. So in the first section, we want our logo to be visible at the top. So we'll add an image. We'll place an image tag here. And from the dynamic tags, we'll select the site logo. So our logo will start appearing here. After that, we want to add our company name and contact details below the logo. So you can simply add an element called heading. In that, you can write anything you want. Let's suppose contact us is. Now you can easily change the visual color of this text. We'll make it black. In its typography settings, you have multiple options. You can change the font family. Along with the family, you can also change the size. We'll set its size to 15 pixels. We have options for weight, transformation, style, and decoration. Similarly, for everything, we have typography options, and we can make changes in the typography. Now, below the contact us section, we definitely want to add our complete phone number and our primary email address. Let's suppose, for the sake of this demonstration, that we can also conveniently add various headings. To achieve this, let's proceed to add a comprehensive text editor. Within this versatile text editor, we will then carefully write our designated email address. For any questions, inquiries, or to get in touch with us, please feel free to send an email to contact@woomen.com. We are here to assist you. This time, we will be placing our email address right here. It is completely your personal choice how you ultimately wish to design this particular section. We will be placing our official phone number right here. Plus, whatever your specific phone number is, it will be clearly visible right here. After that, if you want to display a particular form here, like the email newsletter subscription form you often see on many websites, those are indeed already available by default for your convenience. So if you want to display a form, we'll go to WP Forms in our admin dashboard. Here, we'll click on Custom Forms. So here we already have forms for newsletter and contact us. You don't need to be confused about how these forms were created. We have a separate video available that explains how to build these forms. Now, we want to use the shortcode for the newsletter so that the newsletter appears in the footer. So we simply copied it. Here we have a shortcode element available. We need to add that. And in that shortcode element, paste the code we just copied. So our first section is now ready. Now, in this second and very important section, we want to carefully add a prominent heading. And directly below that, let's suppose for our specific example, we want the main heading to be clearly titled Store Locations. This will help organize our content effectively. Just like before, we can change the color, typography, and all other settings exactly as we did earlier. We want to make this visible in the center. So now, if we want to effectively add multiple distinct store locations to our current setup, we will proceed to add the appropriate list element right here, specifically selecting the icon list option, which provides a visually appealing and organized display for all our various locations. Let's try again with a renewed sense of determination and a fresh approach. Again, it appears we have inadvertently added the incorrect item. Let us please try this process once more carefully this time. Okay, this time we've added the list. We'll go to the style section and select for it to be displayed in the center. Now we have the elements or items of the list. We can edit them. Let's suppose our first store is in Washington. For our second store, we can also easily change its distinctive icon or completely remove it from our display. Our second store at this very moment is conveniently located in the bustling city of New York. Let's suppose for this example. We will proceed to delete its corresponding icon. Sorry for any inconvenience, we have already added it within the provided link. We will also ensure to add it clearly within the main body of the text. Furthermore, our third and newest store location is conveniently situated in the vibrant city of London. Let's add one more. Our last store is in Paris. We'll delete their icons as well. Now, the London icon is showing. We'll delete this one too. Now, we've added multiple stores. You can see that its visual display is very cramped. It doesn't look nice. So we'll go to the style tab over there. If we set the space between, you can expand it. Now it has been expanded. You can add borders and so on. As you can see, you can also set the border spacing. There are multiple settings here: enable border, hover border, and then text settings. If you want to change the text color, you can do that. We'll make them fully black. In the same way, we'll create a similar structure in the next tab as well. So let's copy this. We'll proceed to paste it right here, and we'll also paste it in this location as well. Now basically, this is like our previous store locations. Let's suppose we want to add qualities here. And for the very last and final option, If we want to add anything at all, let's say for instance, we want to incorporate our specific categories, perhaps for better organization or filtering purposes. So for the other list elements, if you click on them, you'll see options in the sidebar. Let's suppose here, having Washington in your categories doesn't make sense. Let's say you're selling shoes in your categories. If you have leather in your category, you'll see that here it will change to leather. And in your other category, you might have shining. In the third distinct category, you can certainly write the descriptive term fancy. And for the very last and final category, you are completely free to give it absolutely any name or designation that you truly desire. If you wish to write anything at all, as per your own personal choice and preference, for example, the specific item sandals, you are welcome to do so. Now we have changed the categories. Similarly, you can also change the menu and qualities as you wish. So now we will publish our footer. After successfully publishing our content, we will then proceed to navigate directly to our official website. Once we have arrived at the website, it will be necessary for us to meticulously reload our footer and indeed our entire page. This crucial step is undertaken specifically to ensure that all the modifications and alterations we have just implemented are accurately and completely reflected, thereby making them fully visible and operational for all users. Our page is loading. As soon as the web page completely loads and fully renders on your screen, you will be clearly able to visually perceive that the brand new custom design footer we meticulously created and developed using the powerful Elementor page builder is now prominently and unmistakably visible right here on this very page. Here, there is one thing you need to remember very well. The footer we created, we use only the limited options available. You can see that we added a newsletter as well, and that has also appeared. We added an email, a phone number, a contact form, and similarly we created multiple menus as well. Those have also appeared. So you need to remember here that whatever elements we have used here, whichever menus we added, and the footer we created, we have only used limited features in them. But if you want to expand this, uh, if you look at the sidebar in Elementor, you'll see that we have multiple elements available. There are a lot of elements. You can utilize any element according to your requirements. Now, let's suppose our footer design is complete. All right. Now, let's say we want to add another container, or let's suppose we add another container here. Now we've added this container. We'll set it to full width. And on this, we want our icons list. Now we want to display social icons on this. We want our alignment to be perfectly centered and precisely positioned. So this is our main container. We will carefully select it, and then we will proceed to make sure the content is displayed precisely in the very center of the screen. You have multiple options. You can set justify content to center, and for the icons you can click on them. You can open any icon and paste your link into it. You can add the link to whichever social platform you have. If you want to use the official color or a custom color, you can do that. After that, if you don't want to use this element, we also have the icon list element available. You can use the icon list element. Let's suppose our first one is Facebook. We will change its icon accordingly. We will select Facebook, and our second one is going to be, this is basically Twitter, which is a very popular social media platform. As I mentioned earlier, we have multiple elements for icons. There are social icons, icon lists, simple icons, icon boxes, so you can use whichever you like. You shouldn't have any kind of hesitation about this. Now, for our last icon, let's make it Instagram. We will now proceed to change its current icon to the distinctive and recognizable icon of Instagram. Now we've added these icons. We want these that are visible to be vertical. We need to make them inline. They will become inline. We'll look at their main container. We'll center the content. You can see that the content is now centered. When you officially publish this content, all of your carefully chosen settings will be automatically saved and will subsequently become immediately visible and fully accessible on your personal homepage for everyone to see. Our settings have been saved. Now we will reload our homepage. We will now proceed to meticulously check and verify whether the various social media icons that we have carefully added and integrated alongside our main photo are indeed clearly visible and properly displayed to the user. This comprehensive check is crucial to ensure that all elements are presented as intended and are easily accessible for interaction, confirming their presence and functionality within the overall design and layout. Now, as soon as our site loads, you will also see the new changes we have made. Our site has loaded. You can see that the social icon we added at the bottom is now visible as well. Now, there's a technical point here that I would like to explain to you, which is that sometimes it happens that you create your own custom footer. You design it properly and publish it, but when you come to your home page and refresh the page, you see that the old footer is showing and the new footer isn't appearing. Why is that? You might have to face this issue. In what scenario could you encounter this? For example, our first footer was also set for the entire site. We created another one again for the entire site. Let's suppose the previous footer we had was set for the home page. Because when you navigate to the CupWP theme builder, specifically when you are creating a new template within this powerful tool, you are presented with the comprehensive option to precisely choose and define where you would like this particular template to be prominently displayed across your website or application. Now, if you set the footer you created to display only on the home page, if you create another footer and also set it to display on the home page, then in that scenario, you'll notice that the new custom footer you made won't be visible. Even after publishing, the old one will still be visible. So what do you need to do in that case? You simply need to go to the theme builder in the CubeWP theme builder. You'll see that, for example, right now we have footer 2 created. Let's suppose that before this, we also had another footer specifically for the home page. That one would also be listed here. Now, when we have two footers here, the first one will automatically take priority. So to deactivate a footer, simply hover over it and you'll see the deactivate option. Just deactivate it and then simply activate the one you want to use. Whatever you deactivate from here will move to the deactivated tab we have over here. You can also reactivate it whenever you want. I sincerely hope that by now you have fully understood the entire concept of the website footer. Additionally, we have also attached further documentation. Our support team will also always be there for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care.